Guys, welcome back to Grey. We're going to do Incredible Hulk issue 335. It's been written by Peter David, so you know it's going to be a good one. Let's dive in. So we see here there's a young lady is in bed, and the narrative said, "It's true, all the stuff you read about how no place is safe anymore. It's all true. No place is safe. No place is safe. You know, I thought of one thing that's not true. When you hear noises at night and you have the creepy feeling you're not alone, your parents tell you that it's your imagination. There is nothing hiding in your closet or under your bed. Now that is a stinking lie." So this girl is getting attacked by this creature living on her bed. It's weird. When I'm watching in the theater, watching a horror movie, I scream my head off. But now I couldn't. But now at this time I couldn't. My throat closed up. I whimpered, and that's all. He was between me and the door. Then he whimpered my name. Sing song. Addie, Addie. I watched you, Addie. And then he does this. Just looking at it made me feel like worms were under my skin. And then my eyes. I fell through the window and started to run. My parents didn't hear anything. They sleep like the dead. I don't have to hear him behind me. I could tell he was there. Just being near him filled my mind with pictures of rotting animal bodies and things crawling through them. I couldn't see anything. I knew that any second I could trip over something and then he'd be on top of me. He kept calling me that same sick way. "Addie, Addie, come back. I love you, Addie." And she says, "Help me, help me." I screamed then, but it was a what? But it was a little horse thing. Not sure what that means, but okay. That's when I found him, and I immediately felt safe. "Help me. Please, Lord, help me. There's some kind of a monster behind me." A monster? No kidding. So it's been drawn by John Ridgway. Never heard of him. But I can say right off the bat, he encapsulated everything perfectly what's happening in this comic. It's really well done. So, this creature here, I heard him behind me, spitting and hissing. "Get away from her, creature. She's mine. I saw her first. You can't have her. Don't cross me or you regret it if you live." "Try me, tough guy," says the Hulk. He was quiet for a moment, and then his voice changed, coaxing, cajoling. "Why are you protecting her, eh? She's nothing to you." And she says, Don't let him. Get me, please." "She's soft and weak, not like us. We're kindred spirits, I sense it. Give her to me. Watch what I do to her. It'll be fascinating, like watching the wings being plucked from a fly. Maybe I even let you help." It's great stuff. Says the Hulk. "It might be interesting to see how cruel someone can be." I swear my heart stopped. "But not this time. Maybe next time." So then the cops come, and Eddie is, panicking, and the cops come out and says, "Gus, the guy ahead, he's just disappearing. What's happening, Gus?" "I don't know, Riley, but I'm making blasted sure the big one stays put to explain it." "Hey, it's Adria Wagner. Adria, this guy, he's a friend of yours? He saved me from the crazy man. Don't hurt him." "Don't worry, Miss Wagner. I won't hurt him." And the Hulk says, "You got that right." This is the cruel version of the Hulk. I like that. "Let me show you when you won't hurt me." And I take a quick drink at the same time. That's better. "Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry." This is great stuff. So Adri says, things a little bit hazy after that. And suddenly I became one of the other people. Now, what does she mean with that? I mean, other people mean is when, if you read, some magazines or see stuff on television, when people really go to traumatizing things, but other people don't go through it. That's when you become one of the other people. So we go to this guy, this at the tank at this fuel station, And so the customer says, "Did you hear about what happened to Adria Wagner? That stalker maniac attacked her last night?" "No." "Well, in a way, the poor girl is lucky. The monster was killed 3 girls already. At least she's alive. Horrible. This is such a nice small town. What kind of thing isn't supposed to happen here?" "What you said, Mr. J. Horrible. Poor Addie. Like you said, Mr. J. Shouldn't happen here. Monsters everywhere." And then, so this guy's name's Gil, and he says, "Thank you, Mr. James, and watch your back. Maybe the stalker's nearby, maybe in your car, maybe in you." That boy's always giving me the creeps. "Yeah, I'm the talk of the town," says Gil. Oh, no, says Addie. So Addie's here in the hospital, and so she says she's thinking that everybody feels sorry for her. And so there's a doctor here, and he says, "I feel for you. But you're alive. If you get more chances, if you were dead, you have nothing. Instead, I don't have my sight any. Whoopee." She says, "Whoopee. Be straight with me, doctor. Will I see again?" "Banner. I told you, Adria, I'm a psychiatrist. I don't know about your sight. Would you like to know anything more?" He says, "I like to know, Jesus Christ. I would like to know anything more about you. Can you recall the stalker creature?" "I told you everything, in fact, except, well, that Addy thing. The one person who ever called me that was that weird gas jockey, Jill Jeffers. But it can't be him. The police told me he was in jail for the night for disorderly conduct. He couldn't have done this. This horrible." So she panics a little bit. "I can feel his fingernails cutting into me. That awful laugh. Dr. Banner, why did he do it to me? Why is someone like that? I never hurt him. How could anyone be so evil?" So Banner explains that everyone has evil inside. Some of us just have it more under control. And then we see the shadow of the Hulk here. "Now get some rest, Adria. That's what you need right now." "I'll try, doctor." "Good girl." So then the real sidecast comes in, and he says, "Hey, it's time for your for your time with me." And she says, "I can do it again because there's a sidecast just a moment ago called Dr. Banner." And she says, "We don't have a Dr. Banner in our staff." It's just like in the movies, the TV series with the Hulk. Is it called The Incredible Hulk with Lou Ferrigno? And Bill Bixby was his name. Oh man, that series was so good. And the soundtrack, spot on, phenomenal. Anyway, so we go to Gil. And so he thinks about Addie. And he says, "Monsters everywhere, watching. When I was a kid, always learn how to watch your step or the monsters will get to you." And so he's buying some booze again. And he says, he doesn't understand. "Booze helped me get see the monster better, so they need to sneak up on me." "Clearest visions," Dad said. "That's the ticket." Oh, man. So his dad was an alcoholic. "Look, Gil, rent something else for once, okay? A Disney movie. I'll give you half off. Give you half off. Disney makes slasher films," he says. He looked at me funny. Guess that means no. He thinks I'm weird, but that's okay. I know who my enemies are. I know where they are. Okay. This is great stuff, man. The writing is really sharp. So he's also, one of those conspiracy thinkers. And so one night I rented a bunch of mushy films. Love Story, The Way We Were. All the ones my mother used to like. Just to see if watching them made me more, I don't know, loving. Just wanted to see. I was curious. Didn't work. I kept picturing myself strangling the women, stabbing the man. Thought that was interesting. Wait, did I just hear? What did I hear outside? Oh, just a police car go cruising down the street. They hauled me in last night. I hate them. They hate me. It's a balance. That's so good. Okay. So he talks about relaxing and drinking. Sun's going down. Should have think about making dinner soon. Haven't had anything to eat at all, or except beer. Mom used to tell me shouldn't drink on an empty stomach. She told me lots of things before she took off, dumped me like Dad did. And So he's just watching all these horror movies with Jekyll and Hyde, and also that his mom ran away. She ran away from me. They all did for no reason. So maybe I'll give them reasons. Yeah, there's going to be some changes made soon as I take a nap. So Banner changes into the Hulk, and then Gil here is, giving birth to this creature, and he says, "Ha ha ha! Free at last!" And he's going outside, and he's, meeting the Hulk. Can't say I'm surprised. I knew you'll be drawn to me. We're much alike, you and I. And so he does a proposal. You've seen the control I have over my host body. I come and go as I please, instead of waiting for the night to come. Wouldn't you like to do it yourself? To get rid of your weak side forever. So the Hulk goes along with it. And so he now goes outside, and he tells the Hulk, hey, I notice a pattern, something that you are, protecting the innocents. But then these goons are, months ago, they assaulted a young woman. And they're telling the judge all the same things, that they are innocent. So they were let go, right? And so you didn't want to stand by and watch me kill an innocent girl, a flaw in your character. But how about we kill man who deserves it? If you can, you'll be the one step closer to dominating the relationship you have with your weaker side, just as I dominate with Gil. So the Hulk says, let's see if you can take them. So he jumps in and, is pounding on these guys, and he's getting, I'm not sure if he's killing them or just, trashing them. And he says, you're a pale limitations of me. I'm what you could be if you had the guts. So he says, I'm so cold. So then he's going to the Hulk, and he says, this is it, my friends. Watch me pluck this flying winch, or even better, how would you like some hands-on experience? Come on, do it for yourself. Kill something. Okay, you talked me into it. So he grabs this guy, and he says, yeah, you. I don't care about that guy. I didn't even care about the girl much. But I don't like you. What's the matter? Not afraid, are you? So he's running away. And he says, Gil, wake up, bring me back. But Gil is still out because he's drunk too much beer. Aren't you warmed up enough? I could find another kid or drunk for you to practice on before me. Help, police. Riley, pull them over. It's them. So he does this. Out. Gil, wake up, please. Get me out of this nightmare. Gil! Just great. So the Hill is stalking them, and then he's in front of the car, and he's just fleeing. Gil, let me in. He won't hurt you. He won't, I know it. Wake up, you drunk slob. Wake up. I'm having a blast. So the Hulk says, remind me. Remember how I said maybe next time? Well, this is next time. Look at you. You're shaking. You can do this. We're two of a kind. No, we're not, because you're terrified. Now me, I just terrify. And he puts his fist right in front of him, and there's a scream. And then the next day, we see Addie here. The prognosis is very good, Mrs. and Mrs. Wagner. The modern laser surgery techniques we hope to eventually restore at least partial sight of for Adria. Isn't that wonderful, Adria? Beats no sight, I guess. She's still a little bit depressed. And then he's talking about Gil Jeffness. They brought him in last night after neighbors reported hearing screams. In sort of a coma, he just lies there, unmoving, unspeaking. It's tragic. It's a complete mystery. So then we see Banner here, and he says, the stalker's gone, Gil. He's dead. But that's the problem, isn't it? His evil consumed you until there was only he. No joy, no soul, just overwhelming hatred. Without that hatred, you're nothing left except a shell. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred. Sorry, I'm not sure what that word means. With their bones. Except, who am I to say your eulogies? Perhaps more appropriate would be, there but for the grace of God, go I. And that's the end. Guys, like I said, the writing is very, very sharp. The cover, not much home to write home about. You know, it's not really that interesting, but you know, I like this facial shot, and then this guy listen, I'm coming for you, Hulk. I will teach you and turn you to the dark side, and all that stuff. This is great. This is fantastic writing. Peter David is the man, and I even like the artist. Like I said, it really did the job well with this issue. So, guys, let me know what you think about it. Yeah, this is great stuff. I like it. See you next time. Bye bye.